All right, just had my first session at the AACC conference, and it was on the role that spiritual formation plays in spiritual counseling. And the big takeaway is most of the time they spend explaining all these different studies and things they've seen where it proves what people my age and older knew is that your relationship with God impacts your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. Imagine that. But it also brought up a lot of contrary things, okay? So they have this great need for spiritual formation for your spiritual health, your physical health, your mental health, and your physical health. But Christian counselors are not qualified or trained to give you that teaching. So it's a conundrum. They need to do this, but they're not trained to do this. Now, the interesting thing is, pastors are trained to do that, but they quit teaching the Word of God and preaching the Word of God because they want to be like Christian counselors. So they get into counseling, and that don't work because they've abandoned what really works. It's the preaching and the teaching of the Word of God. That is in itself a counsel. And so if you follow counsel of God, that's from the teaching of the Word of God. So we need to get preachers back to being ministers of the Word. Teaching and preaching the Word, not trying to be a, quote, Christian counselor. And if you're going to a Christian counselor, you have to be careful because you may not be getting Christian counseling. You may just be getting counseling from a person that's a Christian. So you need to do some questioning to find out if they are truly qualified. It's just something to think about.